Hey, what's up you guys? It is Tyler, and today I'm talking about something that has been on my mind all month. And that is basically just companies using pride and LGBT topics in their advertisements and on their websites, and how I sort of feel about that. So June is Pride Month, as we're all well aware by now. I know I am, at least. This Pride Month has been so unlike any other that I've seen in my lifetime. And mostly because of how promoted it is. It seems like every single company and brand is now incorporating the rainbow flag and some kind of hashtag about pride. Just one way or another, all these companies and big corporations even are promoting pride. I'm not complaining, you know. It's nice that companies are going out of their way to show support, but at the same time, I almost don't trust it. It's kind of suspicious. Just like this big tweet that I've seen like retweeted over and over on Twitter that's like a picture of like the YouTube logo and how they had the pride flag next to it. And it said something like, "Remember when you censored all the LGBT creators? Nice pride flag though, thank you." And that's sort of like along the lines of how I feel about all of this. On one hand, I'm like, fuck yeah, representation. At the very least, these companies are putting it out there, and that's great. But on the other hand, there's like this extremely disingenuous vibe that I get, especially when it comes to advertisements that almost make pride or being gay like this fad, like this fashion thing, like it's in. And that's kind of like the opposite of what everyone's going for in the LGBT community, right? We've always been here and we just want to be respected and be treated like everyone else. And it is a huge slap in the face when people sort of invalidate you by telling you that this is just, you know, like terms like trans trenders, or, you know, it's just a phase, you know, that kind of stuff. And I almost get that same vibe from these certain commercials that are just sort of hopping on this train and trying to get this market. Like for me, whenever I hear about like a CEO of a company saying something super fucking rude and transphobic, or, you know, anything. Like when that guy that made Minecraft, he tweeted like, "If you don't support heterosexual Pride Day, then you deserve to be shot." And in my mind I'm like, okay, noted, not going to support this company or give any of my money to them. Good to know for future reference, great. But it's not really the same when it comes to companies who do the opposite, who go out of their way to show support for LGBT topics, because you don't know how real it is. And there are just so many cases where it doesn't feel genuine. I feel like so mixed about this, because on one hand there is representation and there is this thing that's happening where we're being recognized and shown for the first time ever. And that seems like progress. But on the other hand, it's like we're being exploited for these companies to make money. But I know that that's how media works. And I think that realistically, a group of people, like LGBT people, will never be represented without also being exploited. So I guess I should just see this as progress, but I'm not going to go out of my way to support these brands that use pride as a way to market their products. I sort of have a personal experience, I do have a personal experience, that I can share with you, that I kind of connect in my mind with this whole thing. I was asked to speak, without giving too much information, I was asked to speak at this thing that was put on by this company about trans topics. And I did, and I was like, oh, dope. And they told me beforehand, like, we just want to hear your side of the story and hear what you have to say, this and all this great stuff about your YouTube channel. And I'm like, okay, cool, sounds dope. So when I get there and I'm talking, it doesn't take long for me to realize, after a quick conversation with the person who's running the whole thing and putting it all together, that they know nothing about trans topics, that they are so clueless to gender and sexuality, and they're saying these terms that I'm just like, oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? And I just felt like they don't care about this at all, you know? And that's what sucks. But at the same time, I knew that I was having an outlet to tell my story and to possibly help people through that. And I was able to see the positive side of it in that sense. It's still kind of disheartening to feel like you're being taken advantage of and, you know, people are using your struggles to make money. I still respect these companies for at least putting it out there, because obviously anything Pride or LGBT related is going to be politically charged, and they are risking losing other customers. So it's like, I mean, props for believing in us over them. You know, I'd rather see a pro-gay commercial than see like an anti-gay commercial. I want to know your opinions on it. What I take away from this is that representation is great. Before I go sucking any company's dick, I'm gonna make sure that I know where their political stance lies and what they've actually done on their own to help support the cause that they're promoting when it's, you know, in. Cause I mean, fucking 5 years ago, you wouldn't have known that June was Pride. Think of June 2012, where were you? Did you see a fucking rainbow flag on every single advertisement, on every single company's website? You know, I'm not trying to bitch about it, but it's like, where were these companies when these issues were like on the forefront, and not now that yeah, you get what I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your opinions in the comments below. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.